Southwest Airlines has always been different, until they decided that being different was holding them back. Southwest has reinvented itself, and the general public is generally unhappy. But is that anger justified? Is Southwest actually better? Let's find out. Today we're flying from sunny Fort Lauderdale to a frigid Baltimore on one of Southwest's Boeing 737-800s. The big story is Southwest's switch from open to assigned seating and the abandonment of their positional boarding method in favor of groups 1 through 8. I'm seat 8F today, in their preferred seats towards the front of the plane, but not the extra legroom seats that are in the first 5 rows. Southwest is definitely still figuring out the kinks of the boarding groups. My wife and I boarded in Group 3, but other people in our same row boarded in Group 6. Group 1 must have had 40 people in it, and there was literally no one in Group 2. They are working on revising the groupings. Like most other airlines, Southwest does offer pre-boarding for passengers who need assistance as well as military service members. We'll talk more about it on board, but the abuse of the pre-boarding system under the old model is certainly on the list of reasons they had to make this change. Once on board, you'll find 175 Recaro slimline seats with 31 inches of pitch and USB-A and C charging ports. Southwest is beginning to roll out seats with device holders as we speak, which will make it a lot easier to watch TV, movies, and shows on your phone or tablet. Seats in the Southwest 737-800 used to be 32 inches, but in order to keep the same number of seats on board while accommodating extra legroom seats, Southwest removed 1 inch of pitch from the standard rows and added 4 inches to the extra legroom rows. So now, regular economy is 31 inches and extra legroom is 36 inches, both more or less consistent with industry average. It's a beautiful takeoff from South Florida as we climb out over the coast and make the left turn to head north to Baltimore. By far the worst aspect of today's flight is the fact we're leaving a sunny paradise for the frigid, cold, snowy north. In a moment, we're going to talk about the changes, good and bad, and I'm going to give my verdict. But I have to say, once you're on board, it sure feels like the same Southwest, with friendly flight attendants and the same menu that you're used to. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I'll leave for you to decide. Customers in the extra legroom seats get 1 premium drink included with their ticket, as well as a premium snack, the pistachios that you see here. I can't say that screams premium, but some folks really seem to like them. Onboard Wi-Fi is now free as well, as long as you have a Rapid Rewards account. The speed is okay with their current hardware, but Southwest is installing Starlink, as well as United, Alaska, and a handful of other major international carriers. Once that's installed, the in-flight connection will probably be better than what you get on the ground. Okay, let's talk about it. Assigned seating. It's not that bad, and it's necessary for a modern Southwest. There are absolutely issues to work out. People should use the overhead pins closest to their seats. Flight attendants should allow people to spread out on flights that aren't full. But these are easy fixes and ones Southwest is already working on improving. You have always had to pay for advantageous seating on Southwest, whether that was paying for Business Select or Early Bird, or having to stop what you were doing exactly 24 hours before your flight to check in. Now, you can still pay for the seat you want, it's just guaranteed. Assigned seating is a bit of a misnomer. Unless you book Basic Economy, your seat isn't assigned, it's selected by you. and if you got the cheapest fare on the old Southwest, you didn't exactly have your choice of seats anyway. As Southwest expands its global reach through partnerships and rumored international expansion, it needs to mature and modernize, and open seating just isn't compatible with that. That friendly, intra-Texas school bus feeling doesn't work when you're bidding for business travel between Chicago and Los Angeles. Open seating was also abused, let's be honest. All those pre-boarders who got on board early and picked their seat only to be healed mid-flight and walk off the jetway afterwards? Flight attendants were forced to police people reserving blocks of seats. That really doesn't scale well. There is one change, however, that Southwest made that they need to undo. That is charging for bags. Now that passengers have to pay for checked bags, more passengers attempt to carry on, clogging up overhead space and creating issues during boarding. A ton of complaints about assigned seating are complaints that the bin space is taken up at their seats by the time they board, something that would be substantially alleviated with free bags. It would allow Southwest to stay a major differentiator across our competitors while maintaining a sense of order in the cabin. People will get used to assigned seating. All the complaints that exist about other airlines, none of them have to do with the fact seats are assigned. It's easy and normal. But Southwest needs to bring back free bags. This will differentiate them from the pack in a good way. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Have you flown the new Southwest? Are you going to miss open seating, or do you think it was time for a change? What could Southwest do to set themselves apart in this day and age? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, welcome to Baltimore. All in all, it was a really pleasant flight, and I'm excited to see Southwest mature into a 21st century carrier with international partners and premium offerings. There were some people who only flew Southwest because of what made it different. There were some people who never flew Southwest because of what made it different. Southwest is banking on there being more of the latter than the former. It's a generational gamble, and for the sake of the millions of Southwest passengers, employees, and fans, I'm rooting for them. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming future content. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on the new Southwest in the comments below. Until next time, happy flying.